Well, here we go, guys. We are in the 5 Up garage right now. Just giving you a little bit of a garage update of what's going on out here, what's been going on, what the future holds. You can honestly say, or I can honestly say it, there are no bikes in here that are my personal bikes. So we're doing a little bit of work on a very cool project here. Another equally as cool project right here, and a very special cool project right there. So this is my girlfriend's bike right here. It's a 2022 BMW S1000RR carbon billet comp package bike that we are doing a number on. So adding some BMW Limburger carbon, some full 6 carbon from Moto Millions, Louis Moto customized seat cover, all titanium hardware and anodized blue to tie it all together. So right now we are actually Cerakoting the engine covers to match the rear subframe to get rid of that weird bronze crappy color. So bro, where have you been? I've been here. It's just, I don't know. YouTube really hasn't been a priority for me. So, but we are still heavily into the motorcycles. And right now we're King David is painting the calipers for us. So I'll do kind of a reveal of the rest of the updates that we're doing to tie this bike together. This bike's name is dubbed Stella. And no, I did not name her that. She named her that. Did the full titanium Krapovich exhaust. Of course, Bren Tune, flapper delete, IAT relocator. But yeah, just really clean bike. Gotta do a 520 conversion on it right now. No, she is not a racer, but it's gonna be done and done right, and it's gonna be finished before her new bike comes in. We have all black and carbon second generation M1000RR coming in for her. So she'll have this and a M1000. Now this bike here has been a big project. Been here kind of most of the winter. Third generation Busa. This is 650 Eames bike. So doing quite a few updates on this. Doing some brake upgrades. Already had the calipers custom painted by King David. All braided stainless Spiegler brake lines to replace the rubber lines. Did some Brock stuff to it to lower the bike, of course. Evil swing arm from Boosted Catfish. Other parts from Chris Cannon. We also have some other parts from Moto Composites coming for this bike. So this is going to be a very special bike. I'm not going to spill the beans right now. I'll let Ebe debut this bike when I'm finished with it. But King David is going to have something to do with it, and so am I. It's got the beautiful BST wheels on it. So these are the Rapid Techs. You can see the rear a little bit better here. But looks great. Rear caliper even custom painted to match the beautiful red inserts on the bike. It's got a Brock's titanium CT Meg exhaust on it. Bren Tuning is involved with it. I'm doing the Bren stacks in it right now with the Sprint P08 F1 filter. Gonna be pulling a little bit more weight out of it, adding some titanium to it, doing some other cool stuff. As far as I know, everything. Oh, this is another party piece of it. If you notice, it's got regular premium reservoirs up there instead of those big block nasty ones. So this has got radial mount Brembo RCS Corsa Corda RCS 19, Brake Master RCS 19 Clutch Master. So these are big upgrades on these. The third gen came with Stylema calipers. We did some really good Brembo pads in here also. I forget the part number of them, but I run them on all my bikes, and you would think I should know that off the top of my head, but it's an excellent brake upgrade, though, for the Hayabusa. The bike is currently sitting approximately 63 inches of total wheelbase. Obviously, I'm getting rid of the passenger pegs on this thing, and I think that's about it. So it's getting a big cosmetic performance upgrade because this bike came to me bone stock. So it will be Bren tuned, I believe, here in the end, and it's gonna continue to transform. And we have this bike right here, second generation, 2014. And if you know, you know, right? So that isn't a regular intake manifold. Not something that you would see on anything that wasn't turbocharged. So this is a bike by Rick's Custom Cycle out of Garden City. That's downriver from me. The owner had this bike completed by him quite some time ago. It makes really, really good horsepower. Low boost on pump gas, makes over 400 to the tire, makes another 100 more than that on the good stuff. So went ahead and did some brake upgrades. We are lengthening this thing, did an ABS delete, all Spiegler lines, Brembo brake system the same, RCS 19, RCS 19 Corsicorda for the Brake Master. And this already had BST Diamond Techs on it, custom painted calipers with Brembo T-Drive 320 millimeter brake rotors, which is a huge upgrade on this bike. I pulled a lot of weight out of this bike. This bike was pretty much bone stock looking. It was very much a sleeper, still had factory mirrors on it. Look at those worldwide ceramic bearings. It's still spinning. It's still spinning. But pulled a lot of weight out of this bike. We put carbon bars on it. The bike was sitting at stock height when it came to me, cleaning up a lot of wiring on it. Just basically trying to get the power in sooner, that this bike is going to work way better, way harder, putting a drag max on it. Getting some carbon bits and pieces. Going to have a 120/60 front tire on to get the front down even lower on the bike. So this bike's an absolute weapon. Really, really is a weapon. So I see there's 8 of you watching. Make sure you give this little live stream a thumbs up. I should see at least 8 thumbs ups. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, a few of you or whatever, we will we'll answer them right now. But I'm gonna keep it pretty short and sweet. So we got the girlfriend's bike right now, rocking and rolling. Got the 650E machine rolling, and got the Black Ninja bike rolling too. So George Grow guy, tire's still spinning. yeah, it's so funny. Probably keep on spinning all the way to the end of this stream, just by going like that. You can hear, if you listen closely, that knocking around is the T-Drive rotors. So they're semi-floating rotors to help reduce rolling resistance. I had the same braking system on the banana hammock on my 2013 special edition stock motor Busa, and it was a game changer. It was unbelievable how, hey, how's it going from Indianapolis? John Jones. Yeah, it's a game changer for these bikes. You can get them down lighter. They can stop better. And yeah, I know I need to get back in YouTube. You know what I need from YouTube? Me and Mike Clutch First talked about this. After he gets some other stuff going, he's going to help out with some editing. My problem is I really don't have the time to sit and spend hours editing. These live streams are basically cheating. They're horrible quality, but at least you guys can tune in and have a little bit of interaction. But, you know, more than I can say my business is more important. The motorcycle stuff is all nothing but side work. So I work 12, 14 hours a day at my own shop. I do diesel repairs on late model Ford Power Strokes and some other vehicles, some other performance work and whatever. And this stuff is a byproduct. So I come out here and we work out here. So it's some good stuff. And then Paul, I understand you're busy, brother. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I need to. I got a new GoPro and was gonna start. You know, yeah, I still have my own shop, John. This is just literally my garage. So, guys over at BMW Southeast hooked me up with that beautiful light up Akrapovich sign after the Southeast meet that we just did, and then just the boat storage and whatever in this front section here, but 2 hoists and a flat area and other space here to go ahead and do what I need to do to these bikes. I plan on getting the 2016 BMW S1000RR back under the knife over here and start ordering the carbon bodywork and the swing arm and everything to make that a HP4 race replica max effort BMW. Within the next couple weeks here, guys, also I have the 50th anniversary M1000 coming in. So this is very special. I go through a lot of different bikes and, you know, I really preference in my tables, meaning the hoist, the motorcycle lifts. This handy lift is hands down, pun intended, a very, very high quality, really nice lift. So, yeah, and then this is a Harbor Freight one that, you know, I had to spend money and put a nice wheel chalk on it. The pump quit on it right away, the foot pump. So we devised a hydraulic system here with a 20-ton air over pneumatic or air over hydraulic jack here for this one. It works fine. It's just, I would have much rather just bought 2 of these, knowing how often I was going to use these hoists working on these motorcycles. So yeah, handy lift. I think K&L Tools sells these. And if you just Google it or whatever, there's they're out there with a lot of different options. This is pretty much a base option with a good wheel chalk, and I think it was right around $1,400 my cost. So very, very nice tool, even if you only own one bike. But as I was saying, I haven't purchased a new BMW in quite some time. I've gone through, you know, quite a few Ducatis. I still have the Superleggera. I have the Street Fighter SP1 now. I need to specify that because there's going to be a SP7 coming out by 2024, I'm sure. But I haven't done a new BMW since 2016, since my S1000RR, the bike that I wrecked, that's coming back to life. The bike was probably totaled as far as insurance, but engine, frame, swing arm, subframe, all that stuff was still good on that bike. So it was a hard hit, but really overall, the bike was very salvageable, and now I can do exactly what I want to it. And then I'll set up the M1000, the 50th anniversary bike, probably the same as the Superleggera. You know, just stock wheelbase, pull the rear axle back as far as possible, lower it, and, you know, within 3 hours, I can have the bike back up to stock wheelbase, stock height, and still do track days with it if I so choose. But I think my Street Fighter SP is going to be more of my track bike. I've had more fun on the naked bikes doing track days than the super bikes, hands down. And I'll end up doing something with the super leg on the track. So yeah. Yeah, no, 12 to 14, 12 to 14 hours. What are you inquiring about there, John Jones? But, here, what else do we have? Yeah, I don't know, Ebe. I don't know where Mikey's at. I just decided to do this off the cuff for just a quick update on telling some people all your dirty tricks and secrets that no one knows about, no one will, because there's only 12 people that are ever going to view this. 5 Up Motorcycles is now irrelevant, but I don't care. this stuff is still absolute fun to me. So, but Nosdrave, is it possible to make short wheelbase bike, stock height bikes fast? No, it's unfortunately it's going to be physics, right? So what you're asking here is whether you can make a stock wheelbase bike, stock height bike, even if you pull the axle back, like there's a lot of adjustment, especially in the K67 BMW, where you can grind this out some and pull the axle back further, which makes the bike actually more stable even for track riding. It doesn't ruin it for track riding. It really helps the Ducatis. But yeah, overall, I'm going to take a seat here, guys. But overall, like if you roll up next to, let's say this K67, set up same as you, similar weight riders, and you have someone that has 4 inches more wheelbase and the bike is slammed, and you're trying to leave even out of a 60 roll out of second gear, the guy with the more work on the bike, the lower, longer, is going to leave you for dead every day of the week. Now, there's a couple of examples. Our good buddy Val from Cleveland, he really rides a stock wheelbase bike really well, but after he has ridden the Eames Butchered ZX10 that EJR did, that really was a game changer for him and some of these other guys that just don't understand because they haven't tried it, you know. So even my H2, when I extended that 8 inches with Adam's arm, that bike was very rideable through the turns and stuff like that, but by no means was I doing canyon roads and dragging knee and, you know, going and doing track days at Barber with it. That's not what that bike was intended for. So, but I hope that that answers your question. So, John Jones, you just said at my shop. Oh yeah, 12. Yeah, my bad. I forgot I even said that. Yeah, 12 to 14 hours a day is pretty typical over at my shop because I do everything by myself and it just takes a little bit of extra time. So, hey, no problem. Nosdrave, I am glad that I could hopefully clear that up for you. If you currently ride a 1000cc liter bike or whatever, and you have any buddies who have a even mildly set up minimal effort bike, as we would call it, give it a ride, and you'll understand that physics just works every time you grab the throttle and try to give it a lot of throttle. My Super Leg, that bike is like really long, at almost 60 inches long with stock wheelbase, because it's the longest Ducati Superbike made because of the BST arm, and the bike is more stable being slightly longer wheelbase. So when I lowered that bike considerably and strap it, I leave out of first gear with really tall gearing because I'm geared to be able to do 9/10 with 6 gear, and geared to be able to do half mile crossing the traps on top of 5th gear at like 16,000 RPMs. So that bike there, I do leave out of first, and I'll leave with some guys that are stock wheelbase. But if I like try rolling up next to Megatron, EJR's personal Busa, or even Chris Progno's Busa, or any of these bikes that have an arm, and these guys have spent the time to make the bikes really effective, they're still going to leave me for dead, and I may or may not be able to run them down in a race. So, but I think I'm going to keep this real short here, guys, because there's not a lot of conductivity, because I haven't been around or been on YouTube very much. You'll see that there's some cool Busa projects that have been in here. These are kind of long-term projects, but my Busa comes back from Bren Tuning. It was there, my 3rd generation Busa. If you guys didn't know, I got a 2022 identical to Eames here. Doing a color change on it. That's going to be unveiled here in the spring as a completely custom bike, also very cleanly done. And then that bike will be coming back from Bren Tuning here very, very soon. He's using that bike for developmental work. That's what he used to develop these beautiful stacks here. There's a lot of engineering, a lot of time, a lot of air research and pneumatics that go into figuring this out, especially bikes with engine modifications, how we can optimize, words are hard, how we can optimize these engine mods. So these stacks have proven to pick up quite a bit of power, extend the rev range of the lower revving 1341 cc's or 46 cc's, whatever the stock Gen 2, Gen 3 Busa is. But yeah, overall, should be some really cool stuff. I hope that, you know, 100 foot-pounds torque here. Let me read this real quick. Sorry. They look great. Hey, thanks, Ebe. I appreciate that. Your bike's really coming along here right now, too. How do you acquire 100 foot of torque? So 100 foot-pounds of torque, you talking specific to the Hayabusa, or what are you inquiring about here with that question, John Jones? These are definitely derobed right now, running super naked. We gotta get some fancier batteries in this thing yet. That'll lose some weight and crank this beast over a little bit faster. But overall, this bike's coming together really nice, especially with the coloring changes. It really pops actually in the camera. It looks good. So does that one. This is a slightly different tricolor red. So just in the beginning stages of plumbing the brake lines and everything on this guy here too. So obviously we will not leave that like that. This will have a nice clamp that'll fix to the swing arm there underneath the reservoir, and that'll allow us to change the length of the bike without having any issues with the brake hose limiting us. So John Jones, did I answer your question? You're talking about 100 foot-pounds of torque. What are you inquiring about there? Any other questions out of the 11 of you guys that are watching? 22 minutes long. This is getting pretty long. Anything else that you guys would like to see in the near future? I should probably do a full garage update with the current bike situation. I would say after I get my M1000, maybe I'll do that, because I don't plan on getting anything new. Maybe a new V4 Diavel in the next year or two when they come out with a special edition V4 Diavel, because I love that Gran Turismo V4 so much. But all right, guys. Well, I am heading out like a broke condom, off like a prom dress, however you want to call it. And I am going to take off. It was very nice chatting with everybody. Bike reviews for sure. Okay, we'll work on that. I haven't been doing a lot of track days lately. I'd love to do some track reviews also, especially with the Super Leg. I think that'd be super special. Pun intended. Yeah, let's get something going on here soon. We just need a little bit of help editing. So you guys have a great Saturday holiday evening night. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy belated Thanksgiving.